Welcome back everyone to the Paldea Pokemon Review. Today we're going to be talking about Toedscruel. Now Toedscruel might actually be the most confusing Pokemon I think I've seen come out of Gen 9. So already, obviously, Toedscruel is a new alternate regional form of Tentacruel. So already, even some of the basics, the stats are looking pretty much the same. 80 HP, 65 defense, 120 special defense, and 100 speed. Very similar to Tentacruel. So yes, the defense is lacking, but with some bulky investment, you'll be able to make it work. Now, I don't want to say that this is just a worse Tentacruel, but this Pokemon pretty much does everything that Tentacruel does, but then just has much bigger flaws. Now, let's go over some of the things that they do similarly and well. Already, two great coverage moves that Tentacruel gets is Rapid Spin and Knockoff. Knockoff to get rid of an opponent's item, and Rapid Spin to clear any hazards off of your side of the field. Now, just like Tentacruel also, Toedscruel gets Toxic, and because it's a grass type, it also actually gets Spore, which is definitely one of the better status moves in the game. But now, even with all of this goodness, this is where Toedscruel starts to fall apart. So, what confused me about him, right, is he has this great speed stat of 100 and some great statusing moves. Now, its ability on the surface seems like it'd be good. Oh, this Pokemon can status any other Pokemon regardless of their ability. But the problem with Mycelium Might also is that you always move last when doing this. This just seems counteractive to having a good speed stat if when you're going to try to status someone, you're always going to go last anyway. And now I'd be like, you know what? Maybe there's situations for that too, but it's fine because, you know, you just build in defense to like tank some hits, maybe Giga Drain leftovers back. But then they gave it the typing of ground grass. Now, so far, the only other Pokemon with a ground grass typing is Torterra. Now, Torterra is consistently known as what could have been an incredible Pokemon if it just had a better typing. Yes, it did get both grass and ground stab moves, but with the amount of weaknesses it has, and having 4 times weak to ice, it's just very hard to compete. And I think the same thing's going to happen here with Toedscruel. I don't think it's a bad Pokemon necessarily, but I think compared to what Tentacruel does, who already usually resides as like a lower tier tank. Again, Ice Beam is probably one of the most common coverage moves that is brought on a lot of Pokemon to cover either certain grass and dragon type Pokemon. So even with its 120 special defense, I'm not sure if you're living in Ice Beam depending on the Pokemon that's dishing it out. You're going to be taking a lot of damage and it's still going to hurt. But I don't know. I think on the surface this Pokemon has some great stats and some good utility and coverage moves. Again, very similar to Tentacruel, as obviously it's just a new regional Tentacruel essentially. But with grass ground and its ability making all of its priority moves move last, I just feel like it's kind of contradicting itself and just doing itself a disservice. Now again, if you think that I'm wrong, it could prove me wrong, please feel free to leave a comment. As with the Max Caliber video, I've definitely been wrong in the past. But I don't know. I've been looking a lot online to see what other people have to say about Toedscruel, and not many people have anything too crazy or good to say. Pretty much medium to low tier reviews. That's going to be all for this video. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like. If you're into this kind of stuff, make sure to subscribe, as 95% of people aren't subscribed. I've been reading a lot of the comments, and the most commonly asked Pokemon right now have been Clodsire, Bellibolt, and the 4 new legendaries that have been introduced. So that, along with King's Gambit, which is going to go up today, are all going to be the next videos that I'm going over. And on top of that, I just put out a new community post. I'm trying to start gathering some intel and some good strategies to go over and review on Wednesday for the new Charizard Terror Raid that's going out on Thursday. Now, also on top of that too, this weekend there is a new Eevee raid, in case anyone didn't know. Basically, it's just a bunch of Eevees, but they're super easy to beat, even if you're under-leveled. The 5-star Eevee raid will give you an incredible amount of large and XL candies, and even though it's level 75, it is just an Eevee, and its moves really aren't that good. That's going to be all for this one. I'll catch you in the next video.